Hello, hello, hello. It is 5:59. Some of you guys got on early. I'll be on in just a second. I am just making sure we are all set up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Start video. All right, you guys. So, gotta clean up my background and see product and stuff. My dolly in the background. Um, Okay, we're gonna get started in just a second. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for guys for getting on. This webinar is recording, so we will have a recorded video this time because this will probably be the last one of the year. The schedule's going to be really busy as we get ready for the holidays. So let me just make sure we're set up. The recording is going great. And we're going to give a few people a chance to get on. So we have 5 people on now. Calandria, some of you guys, I can't see your name. Adrian. We got Galaxy J7, Galaxy Note 8. Let me open a chat. Guys, tell us where. Chat. Let me see. Chat. Okay, where's everybody from? Marie, Mika Brown, welcome, welcome, welcome. Where's everybody from? I'm gonna mute you guys out so we can have clear lines. Just type in the chat bar. And we'll wait a few more minutes for some more people to get on. All right, San Antonio, Melvina from Chicago, Fort Worth, Dallas. Are you near Dallas, Adrian? Maria from Orlando. Someone keeps contacting me from Dallas. Okay, Dallas. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna talk about that in a second because my inbox on Instagram is blowing up looking for stylists in Texas right now, Texas and North Carolina. So I'll share that with you guys very briefly. Okay, great. Thanks for you guys getting on. Last week we had about 20-some people. I know some people may be coming on a little late, but it's 6:02. We're going to wait about 3 minutes, and then we're going to get started. So who in the room is using the product already? Yes, I'm recording, Adrian. I have the record button on. Last time I recorded it to the cloud, and when I record to the cloud, I can't upload it to YouTube and have the replay. So this time I'm recording to the computer, fingers crossed, that I can upload it and we can have the replay. Because it's a lot of good information. It's like packed. This webinar, if you don't have a paper and pen, get a paper and pen because you may have questions or someone else's question may answer something you didn't think about. And it's a lot of information. So get some water. I got some water because I talk a lot. My throat is dry. Welcome if you just joined us. Who else is using the product? So you're using the product, Marie from Orlando. You're using the product. Good. Who else on here is using the product? Okay, well, everyone else is new. You heard about the product. You're curious about the product. You want to learn more about the product. You want to see, is it real? Is all that silky slayage? That's a good, write that word down, slayage. Is all that silky slayage for real? Is it the flat iron? Is it the product? Is it, what is it? I get a lot of that all the time. I get people that tell me, oh, I can do that with my pressing comb. And once I go through the presentation or go through, give you more about the science and the secrets, to the SilkOut, you'll see that it's a combination of all of those things. But 6:05. So we're gonna get started, you guys. Thank you guys for being good stewards and getting here on time, because it's a lot of information. So I don't want to wait around too long. Those who come on late can just watch, watch the replay. But it is 6:05, and this is the SilkOut online certification. I'm at home right now. As you can see, there's boxes behind me, my dolly. I'm always moving product, moving stuff around. It's kind of a one-woman show right now, but I try my best to get everything done. So I thank you guys for being patient with me, returning calls, messages, and social media. I do go to sleep. Some people think I don't sleep, but I do go to sleep sometime, and it may take a minute. I have to turn things off so I can get some rest, and then when I come back on, I can get with you guys. But however, we're going to get started with the presentation. For those who don't know me personally, my name is Tammy Golden. I am a licensed hairstylist of 28 years now. I am also I work behind the chair. I've had salons. I've worked for product companies before. I've been an educator since 2000. I believe I started educating with L'Oreal, teaching hair color. And then I also was able to work for Mazzani, teaching hair care, the relaxer system, the custom blend system. And then in 2010, I branched out and created my own color educational curriculum, which is color decoded. No product, just education. And in 2000, what is this, 14? It's 2017 now. So in 2016, I launched SilkOut Hair Care System. So, and I'm really, really passionate about hair care and this taming treatment that we have. And so I really wanted to bring a product to market that I thought worked best on textured hair and could give professional level results. And we have a product that's really, truly exclusive to our industry. So I'm going to share my screen because I have a slideshow. If I don't follow the slideshow, I will talk all night long. So let me get to my presentation. And okay, now let's go back to the beginning. And all right, so welcome, SilkOut Hair Care, Thermal Hair Care System. And I already gave you guys my introduction, but I'll go back. When I made this video, it was 27 years, but it's 28 years now. I just brought all of my hair care experience and my passion. What I do behind the chair every day is healthy hair, just healthy hair. People come to me to repair their hair, to get their hair back on track, to help them grow their hair, and to maintain their, healthy hair. I do some color too, but most of what I do behind the chair is healthy hair and manage texture. So I created a system that could restore and maintain the integrity of the hair, keep it silky and soft, manageable, that your clients love it. Stylists tell me every day that their clients are happy and so grateful for the product. And so we're looking to join forces with other stylists who are very passionate about their business, especially when it comes to hair care, and kind of join forces with this, healthy hair revolution that's taking place. Clients they're getting tired of the breakage. They're getting tired of sacrificing their hair for a temporary style, and they're ready to get back in the chair. So our motto is we're bringing care back to hair and clients back to the chair. I need to correct that's stylist, but we're bringing clients back to the chair who are ready to get back in the chair and get some professional hair care. So hopefully that's what you're here to learn more about. But I'm gonna jump right into the product knowledge. One of our first products, or one of our starter products, especially for the treatment, is our Clarity, which is our deep cleansing shampoo. It's botanical based, but it's very gentle yet effective. It contains aloe, chamomile, and sage. But as you can see, it is clear. That's why I call it Clarity. And it's great for a deep cleanser, great for removing chlorine and buildup in the hair, as well as it is step one in our taming treatment. And we'll get into that taming later, but right now I'm just going to go through the product line really quickly. If you have questions, feel free to ask. We will stop and make sure we get every question answered. But I just want to run through the products. Then when I get into the taming treatment, that's generally where the questions kind of start to pile up at. So this is our Clarity Deep Cleanser. Great for clients with buildup. Sometimes it's my first shampoo, sometimes it's not. Clients that I see weekly, sometimes I only need our balance wash. Some clients that come in with a lot of buildup, that's where my Clarity comes in. So it's a really, really great clean product that cleanses the hair, but the pH is around 8, 8.5, so it won't strip the entire hair and dry it out. Next, we have our Balance Wash, which is comprised of hydrolyzed silk protein. It is sulfate free. It does lather, but it is sulfate free. It has fatty acid that's derived from coconut oil, so it balances the moisture in the hair. So it's a gentle, yet can still get the hair clean, but it does not leave the hair dry. And then our Balance Conditioner, which is a hydrolyzed, also has a hydrolyzed silk protein, chamomile, lemongrass, panthenol for strengthening. And it's an instant conditioner, but it's one of our, I can't say all of our products are top products, but it's one of our favorites, especially amongst our clients that shampoo at home, because when I say it instantly conditions the hair, it immediately shuts down the cuticle and they can comb through their hair. It's not a deep conditioning treatment, but it's a great for maintenance and in between deep conditioning services. So this is something we use at the back bar a lot. You know, our clients' hair, they're on a program. So when they don't need deep conditioning, this is a great, just quick balancing shampoo. Balancing conditioner for their hair, as well as you ever get those clients that coming out of braids, coming out of weaves, and their hair is a little matted, those kids' hair is a little matted, and you can't even get started with doing anything until you get it untangled. Sometimes I just have to rinse really well with warm water, and then I'll put a lot of balanced conditioner on, comb through it. Then I can go back and do a deep cleanse and actually maneuver through the hair. So it's great for detangling instantly. And this is also our home maintenance products that we recommend for clients that have treatments. Our Replenish, which is a leave-in detangler. It has vitamin D, a little coconut, lemon, and sage. It helps to soothe and hydrate the scalp and the hair. And it's a great leave-in for someone that needs a little extra moisture, or when I'm curly. Right now I have a relaxer, but when I'm curly, sometimes I don't want to re-wet my hair all the time to consummate the curl. I may just mist it with the Replenish to, make the, product reactivate, as well as I use this in my thermal work as well. Even though it's not a heat protector, it adds a bit of added moisture to clients with dry hair. But that's our Replenish. And then our Keramask, which is intense moisture repair, contains wheat amino acids and keratin proteins and intense moisture. So when you hear the word Keramask, think moisture. It's intense moisture repair. It can be used alone as a treatment, and it is one of the very necessary products in our taming treatments and cocktails. But it can be used alone as just an intense moisturizing treatment. Okay. Next is Revive, which is our intense protein, intense repair. So when you think in terms of healthy hair and balancing the hair, and healthy hair is simply a balance of protein and moisture so that the hair stays strong but soft enough to be flexible and pliable and retain moisture. So we have our Keramask, which is our intense moisture. Then we have Revive, which is intense repair. So it's more of a reconstructor that's also going to help strengthen the hair, as well as give it some moisture, but it's more protein than moisture. The Keramask is more moisture than protein. So you're able to customize and adjust for which product you need for your client's hair. These can be upsold services, or if you have I'm more of a high ticket person. So I build stuff into my ticket. It's really not optional for clients. They just pay me and I take care of their hair. So some people charge on the low end for SilkOut, Silk Press. I charge on the higher end, but that gives me room to just do my job without it being built around can they afford to get it this week on certain services. And on these services, I kind of build that in. Okay, but this is great for softening. This is something we use, the Revive, when people come in and they can't go to they're not getting cocktails or taming treatments, but they need some repair. The Revive is something that is able to strengthen their hair and soften their hair, add shine and body, and it'll last them, um, about 3 to 4 shampoos, So it's kind of our lower level, um, um, reconstructor. And we'll get into our premium services in just a little bit. No questions, you guys? Okay, my favorite product next to the Tamer treatment is this product right here, SilkOut Serum. It is, I call it the secret to my SilkOut. When people's like, gosh, how's that hair so shiny? Does she have a treatment? Does she not have a treatment? This is it. So this is our SilkOut Serum. This is a leave-in heat protector, helps block out the humidity. It has a little keratin protein in it to help reinforce the hair, strengthen the hair, before you can blow dry it. So you're adding an added layer of protection, and seals the cuticle, which leaves a amazing high shine to the hair. Not greasy, not glossy, but a natural conditioned shine. For those who I love healthy hair. My favorite part of this hair service is the shampoo, blow dry, conditioning, the prep. Once that hair is blow dried properly and the right products are layered in and put together, I can tell with the blow dry what the results are going to be when I get ready to silk it out and finish it. Because to me, that's where the work is done, at the shampoo bowl and conditioning and prep. The silk out, the iron is just the finish. So this is my favorite product. I use it on all of my thermal services, blowouts, wraps, roller sets. It's a layer of protection underneath all of my work. Okay, it's my favorite product. Why am I starting to sneeze? Okay, so really quickly, let me just go over those products. Oh my God, I'm starting to sneeze. No, no, no. You guys, I'm in LA or Long Beach, and it's really hot right now. And we have this thing called the Santa Ana winds, which kick up a lot of pollen and stuff. So, and I have the air on because believe it or not, it's after 6 o'clock and it's still 90 degrees in LA. We're having what they call Indian summer. So in October, it gets really, really hot. The last part of October, like tomorrow, it's supposed to be like 103, 104. So bear with me a little bit. So in recapping, in doing a basic silk out or silk press, as some of you guys call it, or press and curl, our first step is to clarify the hair. Either it's with the clarity or the balance wash. The second step is to condition the hair, and we recommend our balance conditioner. And if you need to, if their hair needs more, conditioning, then that's your opportunity to upsell Revive or Kera Mask or Cocktail or even a full-on treatment, based on what the hair is needs. It's not that you're selling anything, you're selling services that help them with their problem. If their problem is damaged hair, weak hair, shedding hair that's breaking, we render services that we sell to them, and we use our products to provide those services, and we help them with their problem. And after you condition it, we recommend the SilkOut Serum. You replenish if you need a little bit, blow dry, mold, set, and style as usual. And that's our basics when it comes to just our thermal SilkOut service. So those are those products right there. Okay, now our finishing products. One is polish, and that's exactly what it is. It comes in a little 2-ounce bottle, and you pump it out. And a little bit of product goes a long way. I'm not a product junkie. I really use my product sparingly, even though it's my product. I still use it sparingly because the goal is not to pile up a bunch of product on the hair and weigh the hair down. But the polish also does help to condition the hair. I may use it before thermal service if there are some extra dry ends that they're not ready to cut everything off yet, so I need to add a little more protection. I may use it around the hairline. I may use it to smooth over, frayed hairs. And it also is a thermal protector. So I use a little bit on certain hair textures before I flat iron their hair to, help add some protection and help smooth their hair. Hey, Cindy, thank you for joining us. Let me just, I don't know how I can mute you, but if you can mute your phone so we don't have any background noise, that'll be great. Okay, so I talked about polish. Now I'm going to talk about glow. Glow is our weight-free, oil shine, oil-free finishing mist. And I used to just use it for finishing. But now I have been using it intermittently before I flat iron or do a silk out on some really, really thick, coarse hair. I may miss through that hair 1 or 2 times, and that's helping me also add an extra seal to their hair. For some reason, you know, California is not a big relaxer state. And when I say my Instagram is blowing up, like I am doing like 4 to 5 new clients a week from Instagram, and they all have tons of hair. Tons of hair. Like they've been hiding up under these weaves and they don't know where to get their hair done. They don't know where to go. And they've been finding me on Instagram, and they're all coming in with this mega, mega, mega hair. So some of it, I'm like, even though they're getting treatments, they still need a little extra. So I've been misting this in before I actually do my silk out, and it's been helping to help seal the cuticle. But it's very light. It will not weigh the hair down. It also protects against UV damage. So if you have clients that are out in the sun a lot, work outside, this is a great protector for their hair against UV rays. So that's the glow. Then we have our control. This will be in stock soon, you guys. Control is out of stock. Replenish is out of stock. But I dropped the order like a week and a half ago. So that should be coming in by, I would love to say end of the month, first week in what's this month? First week in November. Control is a light working spray, but it's adjustable. So you don't need to have a light hold, that's medium, and a heavy hold, because it's all in one container. And so inside the nozzle of that spray, you can adjust it from light, medium to heavy, and have all of those strengths in one bottle. So that's our control. Very, very nice working spray. Very nice after you finish. You know, my clients wear a lot of body, and it sets the curls. But if you need to do an updo, you can put it on heavy hold, and you can get a nice strong hold out of it as well. So it's also a great product to work with. And of course, one of our top sellers is Slay, and it is in stock right now. And we're trying to stay on top of it for the holidays. We have a question. That's a nice feature. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, thanks, Mika. Yeah, it does help. And like I said, you don't need to. I remember I used to love whose spray I used to love. I used to love Nioxin spray years ago. I used to love their spray. But I bought all 3 of them so I can have the different strengths. So now I get that same effect, and I only have 1 can. Okay, Slay. You guys, don't sleep on Slay. Moisturizing edge control. But it's not just, I shared this in the webinar last week. It's not just for edges. And I may have to relabel it. It's not just for edges. It's very moisturizing. So I'm gonna come off the share for a minute. Okay, and come back on the screen. So this is the Slay. And this is my jar at home. This is the Slay, and when I say it's moisturizing, see it is moist. It starts off moist. So, if I can show you guys. It starts off moist, but it dries matte. And, you know, if I wanted to smooth this down, I can smooth this down. It's great for, you probably have seen the video on social media where the girl with the short taper. And so I just washed my hair today, so it's molded real nice. But I may wake up in the morning and this stuff can be kicked up back here. It can buckle up from the scarf. So I can actually take a little bit and rub it over there, and I would brush it in and then put on a scarf while I get dressed. And it'll set that back down. And then when it dries, if you haven't used this product, when it dries, see, it's not tacky. I just rubbed it into my hands. It's not tacky at all. And it dries matte. So once it dries, it just sets and it holds its space. Another thing that I use it for is when I'm curling short hair sometimes. And I think my internet is tripping a little bit. Just bear with us. I'm curling short hair sometimes. I may take a little bit, and that's the little bit I have. And before I curl the hair, I may take some. Once I emulsify it, it's kind of shiny, and I may run it through the hair before I curl it. And then when I curl it, it just kind of seals in some moisture and gives it a very soft set. It doesn't freeze it. It doesn't make it crunchy, but it may just give it a soft hold and define the curl. So if you have some short hair that needs a little moisture, especially if they have relaxer and color, you'll find you can take about less than a pea size, emulsify it in your hand first, and then run it through the top. And then when you curl with it, it's gonna make it very, very smooth and give it a lot of definition without hold or without that alcohol and crunchiness. And another thing, like if you want texture, like my hair is kind of too long for this now, but sometimes I wear my top shorter and I'm thinking about going shorter on top. But sometimes when I want some texture, like if I'm just spiking my hair up and I don't want any hairspray in my hair, if I want it, it's too long to stand up now. But if I wanted to just stand my hair up, I could use the whip to stand my hair up if I wanted to do that. And it just gives it a nice soft hold, but it needs to be cut. Y'all know that those texture cuts styles go with a cut too, but I'm just showing you how when my hair is shorter, I can use the slay to style my hair and just kind of stand it up and spike it up if I want to, without having to use a bunch of hairspray and all that crazy stuff. So it's working a little bit, but I need a cut for that. Okay, who else just joined us? So you guys, we've already started, but we're making sure this one is recorded. So you can go back and watch it. And if your call isn't muted, just mute your call. So I stopped the screen share to show the slay. So that's how the slay, it's not just for edge control. You can style with it. You see how I changed my whole style just now, just with the slay. And like I said, you can tighten up the hairline. You can curl with it. My little old ladies, you guys, I have a lot of little old lady clients. I love them to death because those are my bread and butter clients. Those are the clients that just come in every 2 weeks or every week. And they're older. They're in their 70s, and their hair is not as young and youthful as it used to be. And so their hair needs all the help it can get. So some of them, instead of using spray to give them their tight curls, I use the slay. And after I silk them out, I run a little bit of slay through the mid to the ends, and I'm able to give them their little tight curls, and then comb, push back, fluff their hair out at the end. And it doesn't weigh their hair down and make it greasy. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the screen share, pick up where I left off. So that's the slay. So it's not just edge control, it's a great, great styling product. So if you have it already, try using it for something else other than just edges. So that's our product line. One product I didn't talk about. God dog it, I meant to add that product into the presentation. One product that's not in this presentation, so now I gotta come off the screen share for a minute, is the whip. And I know some of you guys ordered this last week. It was supposed to be here by Friday. I talked to her again today. It's supposed to be here it should ship tonight. So it should be here by Wednesday. So this is the whip. This is our moisture styling foam. This stuff is so the bomb. So this is what I wrap my hair with, you guys. Shampooed my hair, I wrapped it, pop under the dryer for about 30, 45 minutes. My hair stick on top. And this stuff is the bomb. You can do molding, your natural wet styling. You can do your flexi rod sets, anything that has to do with water and moisture. This product is great for. And I'll just show you why it's called whip, because it comes out like whipped cream. And that's it. And it's spread. It like once you put it in the hair, it kind of spreads even more. So a little bit goes a long way. And one thing about this product, you guys, my clients, this is how one of my clients tested the product. She wanted to see if it was going to be tacky and sticky and leave buildup. And you see, I just massaged it into my hands, and it's not tacky or sticky. And so it's very moisturizing. It has argan oil in it, and it's a great product for doing wet styles. Great product for doing wet styles. So that's not, I need to add that to the slideshow. Let me make a note of that. And that will be in this week. It's supposed to be in by Thursday, but it'll be in this week. So let me go back to the screen share. Any questions? Any questions? Serena? Okay, so I'm moving right along. Okay, so that's the products. Now, let's get into the taming treatment. This is the baby. This is my baby. I love this product so much. How many people are using any type of keratin, smoothing, amino acid, anything like that? Type in the chat bar so I know who I'm talking to. So I know how to move forward. Do I have to go baby elementary, or can I jump right into treatments? So type in the chat bar. Thanks, Cindy. So who's doing any type of treatments, smoothing treatments, keratin treatments already? Amino acid, I'm familiar with that. Galaxy 8 raised your hand. I don't know who that is. We can type in the chat. Maria, I think you're saying naked. Sensations? Yeah, naked. Okay. I just want to see where everyone's at. Who hasn't done a treatment? They've never used any type of smoothing treatment, keratin treatment, amino acid, basic, naked, straight request, design essentials, Brazilian blowout, any one of those. Okay, Chi. Okay, Pravana. Okay, Calandria. All right, welcome. Who just joined us? You haven't, Cindy, or you have? No, you haven't. Okay, so the taming treatment will be your first smoothing treatment. Okay, good. I've used a few in the past, but I didn't like all the paths in each section. Okay, me. All right, good. So then this is let me know where everyone is, so I know how to move forward. So, what is the taming treatment? The taming treatment is, and you guys are really, if you need to take notes, please take notes, and please watch this recording again, because you're gonna have some more questions, and I'm gonna try to answer each question, and just ask your questions in here, you know, so they get answered, so you don't walk away feeling like you missed something. So what is the taming treatment? Our taming treatment is restorative and smoothing cream. I have it in a jar right now. Our final packaging, which is going to probably come in a year or so, maybe a bottle. The manufacturer keeps trying to push me to a bottle, but I've used it in a bottle. I don't get all of it out, and I don't like losing no product in a bottle. So I like it in a jar because I can get the last drop out, because sometimes that last drop is a whole nother $300 treatment. So I'm really pushing to find the final packaging, the right jar, so that it works best. But so it comes in a cream. So and I really hate that it comes in a cream in a jar, because people think it's relaxer, and it's not. But it's not relaxer. It's restorative and smoothing cream. Okay. Our active ingredients are listed right here: the amino acids, sugarcane cysteine, alpha hydroxide acid, the glycolic acid, acai oil, argan oil, and cocoa butter are the active ingredients. It is formaldehyde free. There are no derivatives of formaldehyde. I'm waiting. I just ordered my second batch, but it's my first full batch. So for you, those of you guys who've been following my story from the beginning of SilkOut, um, my first order was actually a half a batch. The company actually trusted me to give me a half a batch of product, which is something that they never do. They're like, go sell this and then come back. So we're actually at the bottom of that first batch, and we just placed the order last week for our second full batch. So I'm getting ready to get all of the full ingredient list. I'll be able to share with you very, very soon. But right now, just for informational purposes, these are the key ingredients that are in the product. And so the amino acids is for rebuilding and strengthening the hair. And why amino acids versus keratin proteins? Well, we have keratin in the other products. Keratin molecules are just larger blocks of amino acids. They're large protein molecules. They really don't penetrate deep into the hair like amino acids and sugarcane cysteine does. Okay, so to me, they're more quality proteins. And once you use the product, if you've used the product, these proteins go deep into the cortex and repair the hair. The sugarcane cysteine is like a second protein that also builds upon the hair, and it also is what seals our cuticle. And the other treatment, like the Brazilian, I don't want to say their name, but popular Brazilian smoothing product, the methanol glycol, all of the products that have formaldehyde issues, the product that seals is the methanol glycol. And once that product is heated with the iron and blow dryer, it produces formaldehyde. We use the sugarcane cysteine, which makes our product formaldehyde free, and we don't have that issue or challenge. And then the glycolic acid, which is popular in skincare. Ours is botanical based, a lot of citrus ingredients, lemon, apple, green tea, which helps rejuvenates and restores the hair. It's actually what repairs the moisture balance in the hair. So the amino acids are the protein. The glycolic acid is what balances the moisture internally in the hair. Why these products is because their molecules are small enough to actually penetrate into the cortex of the hair. Most smoothing services only focus on the cuticle, and then they use so many passes to seal the cuticle. And then once the cuticle is reopened and the product is released from shampooing, then the keratin is gone. Okay, this product does what I call like open heart surgery on the hair. It rebuilds the hair in the cortex and strengthens, and that becomes permanent strength. And each time they do a treatment, the hair gets stronger and stronger and stronger to where you'll find that hair to be in optimum health and optimum care. And I'm going on my third year of using this product. And those clients that have been wearing this product going into our third year, January will be our third year using the product, their hair is immaculate in health. And I'll be honest and say that they've gone from 3 to 4 treatments a year to 2 to 3 treatments a year, because they have more healthy hair than they have new hair. So that's just how amazing the product is. The product also contains acai oil, which is an antioxidant, reverses the aging of hair. Just like your skin gets old, your hair gets old. And if you look at a lot of the before and afters, and it's like, gosh, that hair looks like a bag of hair. It looks so good. It's because it's really rejuvenated the hair. And even it takes old hair color and it looks like they just got the hair colored. It's so vibrant. And then the argan oil helps nourishes the hair, and the cocoa butter also adds an extra level of moisturizing. So this is the first treatment that I know of that has these type of properties. And I believe, I'm getting like passionate, I've done a lot of treatments. I've worked with a lot of companies, and I've never seen anything like it before. And I think textured hair, I don't want to say black hair, but textured hair, highly curly hair, frizzy hair, dry hair. In most of the other treatments I've used, especially the amino foam treatments, do not have enough moisture. And although I knew how to cocktail my way around it and create my own cocktails within those product lines, it was just still not enough moisture. In some instances led to breakage because it was a lot of protein. So I feel like this product is the perfect combination of amino acids, strengthening the hair, retaining moisture, it corrects the porosity of the hair. I do a lot of natural clients that just come for treatments and their hair maintains moisture better after a treatment because it's corrected. What they do at home with cocoa oil, cocoa butter, coconut oil, they're always coating their hair trying to seal in moisture. And I'll get into this in the science of hair in just a second, but if the hair has no protein underneath it and you're just layering oils on top, it's not going to hold anything. They're just coating. So what this product is internal deep repair. Like I said, it restores and rebuilds in the cortex. So it repairs the hair and rebalances the hair out so that moving forward. True. Okay, Melvina. All right. Okay, you were agreeing with me. Okay. So it rebuilds and re-strengthens and restores the hair in the inner cortex so that the hair is corrected. And moving forward, a lot of the natural clients share with me that, oh, I didn't have to use as much product. Oh, it's holding the curls. It's not so hard to comb. That's what happened to my hair. It broke off after the keratin. Yeah, it gets too much protein. Our hair needs a little bit more moisture. So it gets too much protein. And it needs to be balanced, right? It started to snap. And some of my stylist clients who I was selling one of the products that I was using, I was a distributor and an educator, and a few stylists hit me back and it was like, I had some breakage with that. And we talked about it and we both agreed that the moisture is not there for our hair. So it rebuilds and rebalances the hair. You can smooth frizz with it. You can reduce curl with it. It's formaldehyde-free, fume-free. It's a single process application. We do have a double process technique. We'll get into that later. And this treatment lasts 4 to 6 months, you guys. Clients that are highly active, working out, swimming, they may 3 months that shampoo their hair a lot. But we have something for that where they don't have to get a full-on treatment. We can actually refresh our taming treatment. So this is a very, very premium service and product. And so it's not something that you want to misuse. That's why the education is so important. So you guys aren't out just slapping product on the hair because it's in a jar. It's easy to get out. I know one stylist was on this webinar last week. And the first thing she said was, oh my God, I use too much product. But she got it. She met me in a class, but by getting on the certification, she understood now that she was using too much product. So now she's able to go back and tweak and save herself some money because you do not need a lot of product. It goes a long way. Okay, so that's the basis of the treatment. It's restorative and smoothing. It's not just for making hair straight. That happened to my hair and a naked felt. Yeah, I've never used naked before. Took all the curl out of my hair. I lost my natural hair. And so that's why it's so important with the certification that I stress you do a consultation, because there are clients who want their curl out. There are clients who are like, no, I want my curl. There are clients who's like, I just want some of the frizz off. I just want it to be more manageable. And then there's clients that are like, I just don't want to perm no more. I don't really care about the curl, but I just don't want to relax it no more. I don't want my hair that flat. I want to be able to, balance my hair. And you want to control shrinkage, right? So, and we'll get into that in the techniques because you can do all of that with this product. You just have to know how to do it. Okay, so what is the science behind taming treatment? And this wasn't just a taming treatment. I've kind of tapped into this when I was doing consultation for other keratin companies, and just learning how it worked behind the scenes. And that's what made me really fall in love with treatments in general, because I felt like it was so innovative to where hair care was. You know, when I first ran into treatments in 2009, I was very, very bored with the hair industry and where it was. I was just bored. And it was just nothing new going on at that time. 2009 and 10, and the treatments, the keratin treatments were new on the scene. And the first time someone showed me one, or was trying to show me one, I was ignoring her for a long time because what she was saying didn't make sense to me. And one day I was driving home from work, and she called me and she says, where are you at? And I says, I'm going home. She's like, swing by the salon. You got to see this. And so I was like, oh my gosh, she keeps bugging me to see this. And I stopped by her salon. She started her client. She shampooed her. She put this little product in, combed it through, she blow dried it in, let out all that good stuff. And what I saw at the end just blew me back. And that's when I was like, okay, this is my type of deal. That hair looks amazing. That's not a relaxer. And that kind of just sparked my whole interest. Long story short, I jumped on board with that product and a few other companies, and which now leads me here. So what did I see? What is the science behind all of this? We're not, because I get a lot of comments on Instagram. Oh, that's just a perm. It's not a perm. So you're using some type of chemicals to alter the hair. No, yes, we can restructure the bonds in the hair, but we can do it safely. Okay, and we can do it. We get more control over it, unlike a relaxer that is, extremely caustic. That's just going to go straight in and melt that hair down. And that's not what treatments does. So the science is that one is restorative first. If you did nothing else but put our product on the hair and rinsed it out and did the mask, it would feel 10 times better without even using any heat. But that would be a big waste of money, but you would feel a difference. Okay, so it's restorative first, and then we address smoothing, and then it protects the hair. So what it does is fills and fortifies the cortex of the hair, fills the cuticle up, and then seals the cuticle. And by simply manipulating the hydrogen and salt bonds on the pH scale with the hair, that's all it does. And so it's not, blowing up, swelling up the cuticle, and then going down, melting down the cortex. So basically it uses the Clarity shampoo, which is our deep cleanser, because we have no other way to open the cuticle, because the treatment is mostly what? The treatment is mostly proteins, and proteins don't open the cuticle. They do what? They tighten. So how do we get the cuticle open? We use the Clarity shampoo, which is a pH of 8, and we open up the cuticle by gently here. That cuticle is open just enough to receive the taming treatment, which is the proteins and the glycolic acid, which is going to strengthen the hair. The taming treatments and the amino acids have a low pH, okay, of 2.5. Why? Because that's where you tighten the hair. So when you go to when you do the Clarity, the hair is all porous and the cuticle is wide open. As soon as you dab that treatment on the hair and start to comb it through, and that hair absorbs that treatment like a wet paper towel, like one drop spreads a long way. If you've used the treatment before, as soon as you comb through, what happens? Cuticle shuts right down because of the pH. It's tightening the hair and making it stronger. If it was shedding stops immediately, okay? And once it absorbs into the hair, because the molecular weight of the products, the amino acids, sugarcane cysteine is very, very small. So you don't have to blow up the hair to get the product into the hair. Once that's absorbed into the hair and processed and rinsed out, then we do what? We have to do what? With all that protein, you cannot have protein in the hair without having what? Moisture. You have to balance it back out. And I know a lot of those foam treatments, they leave with that in the hair. They're leaving their hair at 2.5. That's subject to breakage. I know a lot of keratin treatments that have that curing time. They need 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours before you can touch it or bend it or fold it or put it in a rubber band. that means you've left the hair at a low pH. And then they tell them to go home and wash it and do their mask later to balance it back out. Well, our treatment doesn't need that. I made sure it was a one visit process because I don't trust clients to go home and do anything to their hair. And in our salons, they pay us for the full service. They want to leave done. They don't need anything else to do when they get home. So our care mask, which is our intense moisture, is the third step in the treatment, and it brings the hair back to 4.5, 5.5. And if you didn't know, now you know, that's where healthy hair lives. And you can feel that process in your hands when you're doing the treatment. You feel that hair at 8 pH when you're shampooing. You feel that hair at 2.5 when the treatment is on there and you rinse it out. And you can feel that 4.5. If you've been doing hair long enough, you know what it feels like when you're at the shampoo bowl and that hair is perfect and ready to go. So, any questions? All right, I hope you guys are taking good notes. Last week they had a lot of questions. So, just to recap, the taming treatment is not a relaxer. Relaxers break down, it's sodium hydroxide. It breaks down all the bonds in the hair. Taming treatment can break down the hydrogen and salt bonds, but it does not take all of the texture out of the hair. That's why the hair, although it may be softer, is still stronger, plumper, as my friend calls it. It's not skinny hair. Relaxer creates skinny hair because it flattens the hair all out, and it breaks down the disulfide bonds in the hair. Any product that needs to be neutralized breaks down disulfide bonds. So can it be used over, that was the problem I had most systems. Okay, can it be used over relaxer? Yes, yes, yes. And I will share that technique when we get to the techniques of Calandria. Great question. It can be used, so the taming treatment can be used over relaxer. It can be used over a keratin treatment because, like we mentioned earlier, what keratin treatment lacks, especially for our client base with texture hair, lacks moisture. Amino acids, they lack moisture. Hair is too tight. pH is too low. Japanese straightener or Jerry curl, they both the same thing. It can be used over that because what is the treatment? It is restorative. It rebuilds the hair, you guys. It makes the hair fuller, stronger, fatter, plumper, but also smooths and seals without breaking permanent bonds. Now, if you smooth, you can reduce up to 60 to 70% curl with the taming treatment if you do a lot of passing, and depends on how thick the hair is. Those will become permanent. That passing becomes permanent, but it's not breaking disulfide bonds. It's not flattening the hair all the way out. It's gently softening the hair if you have those clients that desire that. We had a question. It's a certain percentage of curl that the taming takes away. Right. The taming, you can do anything, anywhere from frizz control up to 70% curl reduction based on the techniques. Can you color, highlight, and tame in the same day? Heck yes, you can, Marie. I'm going to go into that in just a second. I love those days, those taming, those full service, full ticket days. Yes, you can, and I'm going to go right into that. Okay, any questions? I'm going to go over the instructions. Yeah, okay, so yes, you can do the same day. Takes a little more time. The clients are committed to it, but this is your big ticket. That's your big ticket day. And I talk about the money. For those who don't know me, I also authored a book called Charge Your Worth. And I do talk about, not only is this bringing clients back to the chair, but it's bringing money back to our industry, because we have to keep these premium services, because so much of the these companies that we follow for years that call themselves our team and our support, they have gone after consumer dollars and kind of level the playing field so that everybody has access to everything. And so our taming treatment is a professional use only product. And so this is going to, and I'm going to share at the end of this presentation how you can increase your numbers offering taming services and just our entire system. So that's what it's designed for. So taming instructions, I believe I added a new slide. Let's see which one looks better. Okay, this is the new taming slide, and I'm gonna try to follow this because I think it brings more clarity. So if you guys follow me, each row is a technique. So there's, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 techniques you can do with this treatment. Okay, so I'm gonna go through each one, and if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. So the first one is to reduce frizz. Okay, and step 1 in all of the treatments is the clarity shampoo. So clarity is over here. Then that's step 1 for every single service. Okay, so to reduce frizz, you would go with step 1. In the Bahamas, a lot of limestone in the water. Will that be a problem? No, Cindy, the clarity shampoo should help you remove that limestone out of the hair. But it will correct the porosity of that, because I know it probably makes the hair hard and dry. So you'll be able to do that. So to reduce frizz, step 1 is to clarify. Then step 2 is to take your treatment, which is this is the treatment. This is a 4 ounce, this is a 8 ounce, and this is 16 ounce. Take the treatment and the silkening oil. For those of you who have got your kits, the little oil that comes in there, you can take a drop of that or a squirt of that and mix it in your treatment. Mix that in an applicator bowl. Start with 1 ounce on an average head of hair. Now, if you have someone with tons of hair, you may go ahead and start with 1.5 ounces. Or once you get familiar using the product, you'll know how much product. But start with 1 ounce of product and a squirt of the oil, mix it up and apply it to the hair. And there's an application video in the group, SilkOut Pro, the SilkOut Live group on Facebook, our SilkOut Pro group. There's application video in there. And it's like a 7-minute video, so if you need to see how to apply it. But these are just the steps. Mix that together, apply it to the hair, and the processing time for reducing frizz is up to 30 minutes. I know my internet may go in and out, but up to 30 minutes with no heat. So that gives you time to finish curling somebody, do a haircut, do a shampoo blow dry, or apply a color. They can sit for up to 30 minutes. The plastic cap and the body heat creates enough steam to open the cuticle just enough so the product penetrates. You don't have to force this product or overswell the hair. And then once it processes, then you rinse it out really well with warm water, and then you apply the care mask, which is step 3. The care mask, quarter size or more, depending on what you need. Get that through the hair, comb it through really good, and let it sit up to 10 minutes. No heat is needed. Then rinse it out, and then you're going to apply step 4, which is your SilkOut serum. And then you blow dry, and then you do your passes. Now, for someone that's just reducing frizz, you have to consider the density and the condition of the hair. If the person's hair is, whoever's unmuted, just mute your phones so we can't hear your background noise. Consider the density and the condition of the hair. Someone with fine curly hair who just wants to smooth the frizz off, you're not gonna pass the hair but 1 time, and you may turn the temperature down to 400 degrees. So a pass, if you just joined us, could you mute your phone out, please? Thank you. So a pass is just taking the flat iron from roots to ends. Now, consider the condition of the hair. If someone has heat damage or bleached hair or relaxed hair on the ends of her hair, that hair is more sensitive. So you may need to do more passes in the roots and then 1 pass on the more sensitive hair, so that you don't overheat the hair and overpass the hair. So to reduce frizz, 1 to 2 passes. On fine hair, I've done one pass, and that's just been enough to seal the product in and smooth their cuticle. On thicker hair that still wants to be curly, but wants the cuticle smooth, I may do 2 passes at a higher heat. And that generally lasts them 90 days. Some of my natural clients are going up to 4, 5, 6 months okay? But they're coming back in to get refreshers and cocktails, and we'll talk about that in a second. So that's to reduce frizz. Now to reduce shrinkage, meaning you want to drop some of the curl pattern. Step one is the same, the clarity. Step two is the same, mix your product. If you need more product, go get it. I keep my product next to me on my cart so that I can add product, because I like to see clients. I like to let clients see me add product so that they know why their ticket will be the price that it will be, because you have more hair and I'm adding more product, or you have really thick hair and it's absorbing a lot of product. So I keep everything right on my tray. So if I need a little more treatment, I can go in and get another 1/4 ounce, another 1/2 ounce, and some more oil and keep working. So to reduce shrinkage, step 1 and 2 are the same, processing time is the same. Step 3 is the same, care mask. And step 4 is when your passes, you may go for 2 or 3 passes up to 450 degrees, depending on the texture of their hair. You have to really analyze their hair when it's wet, what it looks like. What does the curls look like? And where do I need the most shrink, where do I need the most reduction? Do I need it in the occipital area? Most people hair is tighter in here. So I may find myself, if a client says, oh, I want about 40% curl reduction. Well, I'm gonna do about 3 to 4 passes here. And I may do 3 passes around here. And if I notice she just has wavy hair around here, she may get 1 pass around there. So you have to analyze that whole thing while their hair is damp. Like, where do you need to do the most passes at so that you can balance their texture? Because, a lot of them have the hair that's really tight. My hair is really tight in the middle when I'm natural, and it's really soft on top. So when I would get treatments before the relaxer, I only needed 1 pass on top, and I needed 4 passes back here, because that's how tight and coarse that hair was. Okay, so that's for shrinkage. Now, reducing curl, you're talking about going up to, your 50, 60% curl reduction. And step 1, 2, and 3 are the same. You may process for up to 45 minutes. And I've had some people, in some cases recently, we've been testing it. I've had some people with some really, really virgin hair that's just been in weaves for like 10, 12 years. And I have put them under the dryer for about 5 minutes, and not directly under the cap, but I put the dryer up over their head with a little bit of heat for 5 minutes, and then I let them sit the last 20, 25 minutes to cool off, just because their hair was super, super, super coarse. So that's a technique we've been testing. Because we've always said no heat, but I've just had a few people, and a few stylists have been honestly telling me I use heat for 5 or 10 minutes, and then they cool off for 5. So they're getting it processing down to 15 minutes. We're seeing how that works. I just don't want people to overswell the hair using heat, over baking the hair, over swelling the hair, which is not good for hair with any treatment. Okay, and then use the care mask, step 3, same step. And then for curl reduction, you may do 3 to 5 passes, 4 to 450 degrees. But keep in mind the condition of the hair. Where does the hair need the most passing? Maybe they need it in the roots. I've had clients come to me with heat damage from the leave out, and then all this hair is virgin. So I keep a mental note that when I get to that area that's been heat damaged, I only need 1 or 2 passes. Or the roots may be virgin and the whole mid shaft to ends may be heat damage. So I may do the 4 or 5 passes in the root and 1 or 2 passes from the mid shaft to end.
None of my pillows.
Oh no, why I can't mute you? Why it's not letting me mute you?
You need to put that pillow in the washer, that's all. Would you have that in the washer?
Okay. So that's to reduce curls. Now, to rebuild or refresh hair, or the cocktail. This is the cocktail that you hear us talk about all the time. Somebody's phone is still unmuted. don't know who that is. If you can hear somebody. Okay, the cocktail. This is what that is right there. The cocktail is what we use to rebuild and refresh a treatment. So when a treatment gets old, treatments may last 4 to 6 months, but we can refresh them. Okay, that's Cindy. Yes, Cindy, mute your phone. Thank you. Thank you. Mika. Thank you, Mika. So we can refresh the treatment at about 10 to 12 weeks. We recommend clients get what we call a cocktail, and it refreshes a treatment. So it doesn't smooth the hair anymore, but it refreshes all the amino acids, the moisture, rebalances that protein out, and that treatment looks brand new again. So, and what that is you clarify, you mix about 1 part treatment to 3 to 4 parts of the mask. And I just did this in a video in the group last week, so you get to see me mix it. That video is in the SilkOut Pro group. You get to see me mix it. That you can apply, comb through. They can go into the dryer for 15 minutes because that is mostly mask and a very small amount of treatment. So let's say if you're using a tablespoon of mask, you're going to use about a quarter size of treatment. That's a small amount of treatment. And a drop of oil. And then they're going to go in the dryer for about 15 minutes, rinse really well, and then proceed to step 4, which is the SilkOut serum, blow dry, and style and finish. This rebuild and refresh, I should put restoration cocktail. This is a moneymaker right here because not just for treatments, but for clients that get silk presses that don't get treatment. Anybody's hair that's breaking, shedding, not in good condition, I upsell them to a cocktail. I have a treatment on I have a service on my salon menu called The Works. And The Works is recommended for new clients. And a lot of my new clients see it when they're booking, and they book it because it basically tells them if you're a new client and your hair is in bad shape, and they're generally coming to me because they've seen something on Instagram and the person's hair is in bad shape and it got fixed. They get a SilkOut, they get a cocktail, which is this service right here, and they get a trim. Right, that's called a cocktail. And so you're using the same products, Marie, you guys. It's nothing else you buy. It's the taming treatment and the Cara mask. It's the whole system. It's just cocktail into a refresher. So I use this on taming clients to refresh. I use this on virgin hair clients that need hair care. I use this on the client who just took her weave out and she's been weaved up for 4 months, 6 months. Anybody who hasn't been in my chair in 90 days, they have to get a cocktail because it makes their hair easy for me to deal with, and it makes my work looks great, and it makes their hair look good. If someone comes to me for their first time coming to me and they just want to silk out and their hair is in bad shape, I'm not gonna do it without a cocktail. I'll just tell them, you know what, your hair needs some TLC. And I'm going to suggest that you get The Works because you're going to waste your $80 because you're not going to have the level of conditioning that you need for your hair to last and to look its best. And 9 out of 10 times, they upsell to the package to where they can get the cocktail. And then I have my taming treatment clients coming back every 10 to 12 weeks, even if they're natural. They come in for a cocktail, I rinse it out, put their curly hair product in, and they're gone. They come in just for a cocktail because they realize, oh my God, I can get through my curls better. My hair is holding moisture better. I don't have to use as much product. And then I have my regular silk press clients, SilkOut clients that never had a treatment, but they will get this on their hair every 10 to 12 weeks, and it makes their hair look amazing. This product lasts in their hair up to 10 weeks. So that's why I say this is a step up from the Revive. The Revive is going to last them about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. But the cocktail is going to last them about 10 weeks. So that's how their full-on taming treatment can last them 4 months, because they're going to get about 2 cocktails, and I charge for this. It's a premium service. I charge $50 for a cocktail. I have stylists that tell me they charge $70. It works so well, they charge $75 for a cocktail, plus a finishing service or a blowout service. So the cocktail, you see us talk about it with the color. I'm doing my color, and we'll get into color. That's coming up next. When I'm doing, especially when I'm doing a lot of high lift and then deposit of, fashion tones, or the direct dyes. When I'm doing especially the bleaching and high lift color, I do all the high lifting and bleaching first. Then I do a cocktail. So that takes my color ticket up, because I'm ensuring that hair is in optimum shape. So I do all the lifting, cocktail, and then rinse the cocktail, do my deposits, rinse the deposits. If I need to do a light shampoo, I do the balanced wash, come back with the balanced conditioner, and that color is gorgeous. And it looks really, really, really good, and this keeps the hair in really great shape. So that's the cocktail. Now, transition, also, back up, with the cocktail is also great on relaxers about every 12 to 15 weeks. So relaxers don't need a full treatment because their hair is already what? Straight. They need restoring. They need the hair to be rebuilt. So I've tried the full-on treatment on relaxer clients. It needed more moisture. So that's actually how the cocktail came about, was let me mix the cocktail with some treatment, or the mask with some treatment, because the relaxer is straight. It just needs restoration. And so it makes relaxed hair strong, plump, shinier, and with lots of body. So that's where the cocktail came from, was how can I get the treatment on relaxer hair? I didn't like it on relaxer hair by itself. It was just too much protein. So that's how the cocktail came about. So with that said, you may have clients transitioning from relaxer. So how do you do a treatment if someone has relaxer on the ends of their hair and, let's say, 2 inches of more virgin hair? So my relaxer clients, when they're transitioning, I start them out with cocktails. Once they get about 2 inches of regrowth, 1.5 inches of regrowth, but I try to push them to 2 inches, maybe even 3, just so I have enough new hair. Once they get that new hair, I clarify the hair with step 1. And then I take the care mask and I apply that to the relaxed hair only. So I may take like a nickel size, and once it's towel dry, I'll coat the ends, the relaxed hair, and just rub it through there and make sure that it's coated. Then I'll section it 4, and I will apply the treatment on the virgin hair. But as I apply the treatment on the virgin hair, you guys, I comb it over onto the ends of the hair that has the care mask on it. So what I'm actually doing is creating a cocktail on the ends, and I have the full strength on the virgin hair. So while the roots are processing for 30 minutes, the ends basically have a cocktail on them, so they get treated at the same time. Does that make sense to you guys? Is anybody lost? Who is drawing on my screen? Okay, so I'm gonna just recap that. For someone that's transitioning, I start them out with cocktails. Once they get a regrowth of about 2 inches, I try to push them to 3, but sometimes they're ready at 2, because when people that have relaxers are used to their roots being straight all the time, and it takes some adjusting to get used to their real, beautiful, healthy, thick hair. It takes a minute for them to get used to that. So once they have enough regrowth to actually do a treatment on, Then I will clarify. Then I will towel dry and put care mask on the relaxed hair only to coat the ends. And then I will apply the treatment with the oil to the virgin hair. And as I'm combing it through to evenly distribute it, I will marry product that's left over down on top of the relaxed hair with the mask already on there. So what I'm doing is creating a cocktail on the ends, and I have the virgin hair on the regrowth. I mean the treatment on the untreated area, the virgin hair. And then that process is regular time, 30 minutes. Then I rinse all of that out once it's processed, and I reapply Keramask to the entire head, 10 minutes, rinse it out, and then I do my blow dry. And of course, I do the passes in the root area. I don't need to do all that passing on the relaxed hair. Once I do the passing on the root area, then I turn my blow dryer down, my flat iron down on relaxed hair to style the hair at 400. So you don't need to, once you style the hair, that one pass is enough to smooth it into the relaxer hair. You don't need to smooth a relaxer multiple times. But if that regrowth, you have to go in with a small iron and may do 2, 3, or whatever, 3, 4 passes just in the root. So this is how you're customizing a treatment for a client that's transitioning. I did a little girl that started swimming in the chlorine and relaxer. Yeah, the chlorine and relaxer don't go together, just dries the hair out. So cocktails are good for them, and treatments. I have so many parents getting their kids on treatments. Like, them parents is ready to drop $400-500. I have a stylist told me she has gotten up to $500 for treatments with these kids with all this hair, and their parents don't know what to do with it, and it really makes their life easy, and they're willing to pay for it. Yeah, edges broken off. Yeah, all of my kid clients are on treatments now, and they love it because they know that even though they may hate sitting through the process, especially if they're tender-headed, but they know for the next 3 months it's going to be easy to comb my hair. So they don't even want their hair done unless they have treatments. So like I said, adjust that passing just in the root area on that virgin hair, and then, on the ends, on the relaxed hair, you're just, when you style with the iron, that's going to give you the pass you need to seal that in. And when you do this like transitioning technique on a relaxer client, their hair feels, that relaxed hair comes to life. It gets plump and full of body, and it doesn't seem like they have a relaxer. And it's such an easy way to grow out a relaxer if you have clients that are growing out a relaxer. They don't have to cut all of their hair off at one time. They can grow and trim and grow and trim, and if they need to trim. Some of them don't even need to trim. It's just a transition. Some of them need to trim, and this buys them time. They can hold on to some hair and trim every 8 to 10 weeks until a year they have all virgin hair. And clients love that. Some women, they just can't make the big chop. That's not what their goal is, to just chop off their hair and wear it short. But these are your clients that are going to be committed. If you can walk them through a series of 6 months, 12 months of rejuvenating their hair and getting to some new healthy hair, they will be a client forever, ever, 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 ever. Okay, last technique, and then I'll go over color. Maximum curl reduction. So I don't share this one a lot, but it does come up from time to time, especially people that were used to getting hair 70% straight, people that were using other type keratin treatments where they really were getting the hair straight. So if you've ever used those type of treatments before, you blow dried the product into the hair and you iron the product into the hair. Then you rinsed it, masked it, and then you styled it. That's what maximum curl reduction is. I rarely use this. Unless someone really, their pain point is break this hair down. I don't want to deal with the curls. I really my hair to be more manageable. Or sometimes I've done some clients, they just came in with some really, really thick, coarse hair. And the first treatment may have not been enough of what they were looking for. Like someone inboxed me recently and they said, I did my first treatment on my client and it really didn't break the hair. She still reverted. When you get those people with tons and tons of hair and it's very, very, has a tight cuticle, I've used this technique about 7 times since I've had the product. And sometimes just the first time I did their treatment, the rest of their follow-up treatments 3 or 4 months later was the regular way to reduce curls. So you would clarify first, then you would take your treatment and your oil. In this case, less product because the product is going to smoke if you use way too much because it's going to be blow dried in your hair. I would start off with a 1/2 ounce of product because you don't want to see the product sitting on the hair when you blow dry. It will take forever to dry and it will be very smoky. So start with less product. So if you're normally using 2 ounces, you may need 1 ounce on this particular client because you're going to blow dry it in and iron it in. So once you blow dry it into the hair, there's no sitting time. You would just put it on and then you would blow dry it. And once you blow dry it in, then you're going to do your passes. And if you're going for maximum curl reduction, you can do 4 to 5 passes. Then after you finish your passes, you're going to rinse really, really well and then apply the care mask. And then when you rinse the care mask, that curl is going to be knocked down. It won't be bone straight. Even if it's down 70%, it's going to still be like thick. It's going to be fat hair. It's not going to be skinny like a perm. And then once you rinse the care mask out, you go in with step 4, which is your SilkOut serum, your heat protection, blow dry. And at this point, you don't need to do passes. You just blow dry and finish. Or someone mentioned last week, they do a lot of tension sets. I don't do sets, but she's curious to try her tension roller set after a treatment. I would love to see what that looks like. And then style. And this will last someone 4 to 6 months, especially with cocktails. If they're going to go 6 months, they're going to need about 3 cocktails. If they're going to go 4 months, about 2 cocktails. So, and this chart, you guys, it's in the group, SilkOut Pro group. It's under the files. So you can download it to your phone and save it. So you'll have it if you need to look at it while you're at work. And so these asterisks, no heat needed to process this treatment, although we did say we have been testing it out because people have shared with me that they've done it for the first 5 minutes and then allow to sit for 20 minutes and then rinse. The second asterisk is the mixing ratio for the cocktail, which is in some cases 4 to 1 or 3 to 1, and can be used the same day as color to rebuild the hair, etc. What was the comment? Oh, the comment about wet sets. There was a lady on last week who does a lot of tension rod sets, and she was curious to how the hair would react to a set where you would have to smooth the hair first and seal and activate the product and seal the cuticle. But for their maintenance, if they want to get wet sets in between, it's just going to give them a silkier set with a lot more body, so it won't be as frizzy. So it's great for those clients. I'm in California. It's hard to get these ladies the wet set. They want their hair straight. But I would love to do a set with this whip, this silk whip. I've done a spiral set, but I want to do a big body set and kind of do a dry wrap to soften it up. I think that would, I have certain clients with certain type of hair that I think it would give them a lot of body. Like I mentioned it to one of my clients and she said, oh, that's going to be puffy? I said, it's not going to be puffy. It's going to have body. And they don't do body out here. They want flat hair. But I know in certain areas back east, they do a lot of setting. No sets are gorgeous. I look at them on Instagram. They are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I may have to find me some wet set clients. What was the comment about? But not the same day as treatment. I do a lot of road wrap. I was referring to it, Melvina, the same day as a treatment, because especially when you do this like maximum curl reduction process, you can either go into a set or you can, blow dry. Any one of these two, if you wanted to re-wet the hair after you did the smoothing, it's just going to take more time, but you could definitely do it. But you have to do on the day of the treatment, you have to do the passes to seal the cuticle. And then you could set the hair. Not a big deal. Okay, got it. Got it. All right, you guys, any questions? So I think the next slide, we'll talk about color. Okay, yeah. So color, who wrote on my screen? I don't know how to get that off. I don't know how to get that off. Yeah. I don't know how to get that off. Okay. So color. So some clients want to get color the same day. I have plenty of clients that do this. So, and I've experienced this with all treatments, where our treatment lives, because it lives in the cortex, it penetrates deeper than color. That's why it's so restorative. So it does lighten the hair. If you have a color treated client, especially with gray hair, if you do a treatment, right after they got color, it's going to look like they need color or the color faded off. So, and that's only because the color where the treatment lives it's gonna own that space beneath color, and it's gonna push the color out. That's the best way. That's how it was explained to me. It's going to reattach itself and rebuild the hair. So it's going to go beneath color and push color out. So if your client has gray hair, you definitely have to do the treatment first. So if you are coloring hair 2 levels lighter, you can do your color first and then do your treatment. And as long as you're not covering gray. But if you are lightening hair first, like you're going to do highlights and then tone, or you're going to lift up 3 or 4 levels and then deposit a toner, or you're going to bleach and tone, you're going to bleach, do all your lightening and high level lightening first. Okay? Do all of that first. Then you're going to apply the treatment, process the treatment, and you can tone the treatment after the mask. After you do the mask, you can tone the treatment. If you have gray hair clients, especially if they're not relaxers, and that's how you cover their gray, then you can process the treatment. And after the treatment, you can mix up your demi while it's towel dry, apply your demi, process it, rinse. I'll do the balance wash to clean off the color, and then I do the care mask. And then follow through with the serum and the passes. Yeah, during a balayage, you need to lighten first, then process your treatment, and then tone. You can tone after the mask. If you're using a very strong toner, like a demi toner, you can tone after the treatment. So you will balayage, treatment, and then tone. If you're using a demi as a toner, something that has like a low volume developer, then I would do my toner after the treatment's rinsed out, and then I do my care mask. But if you're using a rinse type of toner, like a direct dye toner, I'll do my care mask first and then do my toner. But if you're really trying to control a lot of warmth, then I would do my toner after the treatment. So I would lighten, treat, and then tone, and then mask. Doing a balayage, is the pH bonder going to block it? When you're doing balayaging, you don't need bond builders when you're doing the same time as a treatment, because the treatment is actually a very intense bond building. If you never used it before, it's very intense bond building, and that's what the restorative properties are, and they last longer. So you're basically wasting your bond builder. And that's why we do cocktails in between color, because it rebuilds and strengthens the hair. So you really don't need to use it, especially after the hair has been sealed, because it can't really penetrate. So with the deposit, do the treatment first and then the color. Yes, do the treatment first. If you're just doing like a demi or tone on a direct dye, after your treatment, then you can apply your demi or your direct dye pigment and process. Then you can rinse, do a little light balance wash and care mask. And if you're going for 100% gray coverage, like you need the 20 volume and 5N or the 5NN or the 4NN, that client, that gray has to be covered, not a one strand could show. Y'all know who that client is. I have to do the treatment and then do the care mask. I may blow dry to get the hair dry, then apply the color with 20 volume, let it process, rinse, do a balance wash, do another care mask, then SilkOut serum, and then do my passes and my style. Does it take longer? Yes, but it costs more. And if they're the type of client who only comes in for treatment and color every 3 to 4 months, then they're prepared to hang out with you, for 4 hours. If they're a weekly client or a bi-weekly client, they may opt for, like I had a client last week, she said, hey, I'm going to do my color, but I want to do treatment, but I'll do the color this week and treatment next week. I said, no, we got to do treatment this week, color next week. And so you just have to put them on program so that if they're splitting it up, they're getting their treatment, they're getting their color done after treatment. Because I know this particular client, I have to color her gray and highlight and tone. So it's easier to do the treatment the week before and then follow up a week or 2 weeks later. Can you use on dreads? For what? The cocktail? I think the cocktail, yes. The smoothing, because you're not going to flat iron them, it wouldn't benefit. But dreads, it would definitely make it stronger. Yes, it would definitely make it stronger and more moisturized, so they would look healthier. They would be more vibrant if you used with the cocktail. Definitely. And guess what else people use it on? I don't do extensions, but I have stylists that are cocktailing, their clients with human hair. Oh yes, definitely. And you guys, the reason why I cocktail, especially when I do high lift color, if they're not getting the treatment, if I do high lift color, a lot of bleaching, balayaging, or just a lot of pre-lightening, I cocktail in between, because the cocktail rebalances the pH and the bonds of the hair. So guess what's going to take better? When I go to deposit that next color, whether it's a direct dye or a demi, which is oxidative, it takes real even. So it makes my color look better, and it grabs it, it holds on to. If the hair is if the hair is extremely porous and the porosity is uneven and the bonds are not strong, it won't absorb the color as well. Especially when you go to deposit, it won't absorb the color evenly. So like Rhonda had shared in the group, the purple hair, she did the cocktail first before she deposited the color. I think she mixed her color in the cocktail, I believe. I think that was the topic, but I always do cocktails underneath my direct dyes, especially if I pre-lighten them with bleach, because it makes it stronger. And she did say that. And it makes the color grab better. Does the treated hair revert back to original curl pattern over time, or remains based on how many passes? It remains based on how many passes was applied. If it was just frizz reduction, then it will start to swell up and the cuticle will open back up over time and it'll be frizzy again. But sometimes you can tackle that with another cocktail. But if you've reduced curl pattern 30, 40, up to 70%, it will remain, but it will be healthy. And it won't be like a relaxer, like there's this huge demarcation and now it's popping off. It doesn't pop and break because the bonds were gently broken. But you will see it, and I haven't posted this video in the group in a long time, but there's a video I have, I gotta find it, it's to the bottom, where I have one of my clients with long curly hair, and you can see her mid-shaft to ends a very more relaxed curl pattern. It's not heat damage, it's just done with the treatment, and then you see her regrowth is really, really tight. So I apply treatment to the entire strand because I still need to restore it, but my passes are right in that root area, and then one pass to reseal the product in, not to loosen that curl anymore. So what's the reapplication like? There is no retouch. It's called a reapplication. You still have to restore that hair. If they're coming in at 6 months, 7 months, because I've heard some clients make the comment, oh, I just need a touch up. And there is no touch up. You know, there's a refresher of the cocktail, but if they want hair smoothed out and that texture to blend, it's product applied from roots to ends. It's the passes that may simulate a touch up, but still you have to seal one time on previous past hair or previously treated hair. You have to seal one time. Now, what that may look like sometimes is, especially if they have soft hair and I don't want to over smooth the ends, in my subsection, I may smooth the roots. Let's say I'm smoothing the roots 4 times. I may smooth the root area 1, 2, 3, 4. Next section 1, 2, 3, 4. Next section 1, 2, 3, 4. Entire section smooth the mid shaft to ends of those 3 sections, so that I have a larger section of the mid shaft to ends to smooth through. So I'm not taking little sections on the previously treated hair. I hope I painted that picture kind of good. As we grow, you guys, we'll get to do more live. Like next year, our goal is to be live in person certification. So we have live models, but we're still small, so we got to do this online stuff. Okay. Any more questions, you guys? I know it's a lot of information, but I hope I explained it as best as possible. So that's the restoration cocktail. I need to take the slide now that I have the other one, but just to recap, clarify, Cara mask and the treatment, plastic cap, 15 minutes, rinse, and then style. And so for maintenance, what do clients do for maintenance? Well, our balance wash and conditioner, the balance wash is sulfate free, so it's a great, if your clients do shampoo at home, is definitely what we recommend for them to take home and for you to use at the back bar and the back bar sides. And then you just adjust the conditioning. Once you feel like, okay, some treatment is wearing off, some moisture is wearing off, they may need some Revive, they may need some Cara mask, or they may need a restoration cocktail, you know, at the 10 or 12 weeks to rebalance that back in. Let's go back. I have a question. Oh, thank you, Melvina. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's lengthy, but you know, it's very necessary so that you guys really understand what we're working with over here, and you know that you guys have great results, because sometimes people, they may get in a small presentation I do or something and they watch the video, but the thing I like about this live is that I can answer all the questions. So the more people here, the more questions I have. And yeah, this is the beginning of a manual, Adrienne, because next year we're planning a big like SilkOut symposium. And so we want to bring on potential educators, or this SilkOut certification will be a live event where people actually walk away really, really prepared. So that's why this is the beginning makings of it. So it adjusts, and as we get more, you know, savvy photo work and all that type stuff, we'll be ready by next summer. Thank you very much. So this is the maintenance. So when you see us talk about the 4-pack maintenance kit in the back office, I keep saying back office, in the Pro website, SilkOut Pro, it's 4 balance washes, 4 balance conditioners, and 4 SilkOut serums. These we retail them on our site when they're not on sale for $65. But you guys, when you buy the 4-pack, you're getting basically 3 sets and 1 free. So you're paying $25 a set, and you have room to sell that thing for $50 to $65. So that's a great opportunity for you guys to retail that client as well. This is our SilkOut Pro iron. It's not the final protocol, it's the final iron, but the final protocol hopefully will be here next year. But this is the 1 1/4 inch. We have about 3 of those left. We decided we're going to stick with the 1 inch, and I know some of you guys have pre-ordered the 1 inch. I've been riding the manufacturer today. Let me see if they've reached me back yet, because they told me they would ship last week, and here we are. They're saying next Monday. So I'm riding them all night tonight to get me some shipping information as soon as possible. So you'll get those irons, and when they're available in the back office, I will on the website. I keep saying back office. When they're available on the website, I will let you guys know. But this iron is the business. Anybody who's using this iron is the business. We just like the 1 inch because it handles really, really good, and we don't need 2 irons right now. Our audience is not that big. Okay, great. Yeah, any iron can be used. We just recommend ceramic or titanium because they protect the hair. They protect the hair better, and it's measurable heat. Yes, measurable heat. Yeah, definitely will be putting out a shout out for educators soon. Even if you feel like you're not an educator, you just want to be just a team player. You know, when we start doing shows and stuff, we just need team players that can show up. If you're not, everybody's not good at, speaking or comfortable speaking, but they'll definitely want to help out. Talk about pricing of the service, Maria. Yes, okay, that's coming right up. So I've added, so that's what makes this presentation a little longer. I just want to show you these before and afters before we get into that, because I have a quick presentation for that, just so you guys can really understand what you're working with and that you don't undersell this product, you guys. This is a premium service. This product works. The results are astounding. Like when I see you guys before and after, sometimes I'm scrolling through Instagram and I don't even see whose work it is or the name, and I'll be like, oh, that looked like a SilkOut. Let me roll back, and it's somebody that's done a tank. Like I can recognize it, and I have people inboxing me from other product companies. Like, what is that? Like, it's a very visible difference than any other product that I see out there. So really quickly, so we can get into the math. This is a client, one of my clients with 50% curl reduction. Her hair is not compromised. Her hair is just gently, the curl has been reduced. I did about 3 to 4 passes on her hair on 450. She left with it straight, but I told her to send me a picture next time she shampoos her hair so I can see the texture difference. And she hasn't been in a year. She came in one time for a cocktail over the summer before school ended for graduation in 8th grade. She's in 8th grade. And her hair was still in great shape. It wasn't dry. It wasn't breaking. And so I haven't seen her in a year. I may see her again around Christmas time. This is a friend of mine, that very soft hair. When I first was introduced to Brazilian keratin treatment, she was my first model. I smoothed her hair via their instructions, and we lost all of her curl pattern in 2009. She was my first model. Her hair was gorgeous, but we lost all her curl pattern. And after the 4th month, she kept calling me crying. I kept calling the company because they said it reverted, it wore off. It didn't. We broke the bonds of the hair. It wasn't damaged. It was just straight, and she wanted her curls back. So she grew it all out. Then she ended up with all this curly, frizzy hair, and she was like, can you help me? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you got to promise me I won't lose my curls. And so I had to promise her. And I did 1 pass on her hair, about a 1/2 inch sections, 425 degrees, 1 pass from roots to ends. She left silky, gorgeous, plump, full hair. And this is a picture she sent me weeks later after she shampooed her hair. It was like, I love my curls. And she's only had 2 cocktails since then. And this is well over a year. No, she's had 1 more treatment, but she had basically like a treatment. In 10 months, she had 2 treatments. So that shows how versatile the treatment is. This is a stylist, I believe Ronnie. This is her client, if I can remember. She's in the SilkOut Pro group. See the dry, see the unbalance of the moisture. A lot of naturals look like this. And this is the treatment with 2 passes on 450. This is the curl, upon her return visit to the salon. This is her wash and go. Visible difference in the type of texture control and management. So her hair is not straight, but it looks juicy. It just looks juicy right here. It looks very, very healthy. So that's the kind of results that we're able to give clients. 4C client, I was scared it wasn't going to work. Her hair is drying coarse. It looked like a different head of hair now, but I need help with the edges. Okay, yeah. Right. So sometimes you may need a little more heat on the edges, but for the most part, this is gorgeous. That just looks so good to me. And it's not always, I think the other treatments were sold as smoothing and straightening. And it's not about straightening. It's about, 1, restoring and conditioning, balancing, and then smoothing to the desired results that people are looking for. Everybody's not looking for straight hair. Yes, everybody's not looking for straight hair. But you can sell this right here as a moneymaker. This is a seller. It's so many of these people walking around that would love to get rid of. My hair used to be like this when I had a fuller natural. And that thing stayed tangled, knotted, matted. And that's when I started treating my natural to eliminate the frizzing and knotting and locking. And it made my curls more juicier and just easy to style. See, these ends won't lock up because the curl is a little bit more fuller and rounder. So they won't lock up like they will in here. This was a model. She came to me. Her hair was 12, 14 inches long. She wanted a relaxer because she said her hair won't grow past 14 inches. It was just breaking. And she said her hair was longer when she had a relaxer because it wasn't so tangled. And she's very spirally. If you look, very, very spirally, but you see the imbalance, just undernourished. No, it's just not balanced. So this is application, before application. This is just rinsed. Application, process, mass rinsed out in the serum. And it's probably hard to see here, but it's so much, it's retaining moisture here. Then we blow dried her, did our passes. I did about 3 passes on the roots, 2 on the mid shaft, the ends at 450. And she sent me this picture of whenever she shampooed her hair to show me the results, and she loved her hair. This is a cocktail on a former coworker, bleached out, thrashed hair. That's it wet. This is after the cocktail, blow dried, and just a light little flat iron. She fell in love with her hair. And they do a lot of bleaching, so it really did wonders to her hair. This is a cocktail. I think this is Miss Rhonda out of Washington. You see a lot of, because Rhonda posts a lot, you guys. So you gotta, when you guys post and tag SilkOut System, we post and tag you back. So this helps build, your audience. So this is a cocktail on color. Amazing work. And of course, Miss Rhonda again, Healthy Hair Spa. This baby right here, that was amazing. Amazing work. These kids. So once again, our marketing strategy right now is just before and afters and testimonies. We get our own. We encourage you to get your own. Nothing's like having your own clients take before and afters or give a testimony. And the top hashtags that we use is taming treatment, SilkOut System, healthy hair, natural hair, blowout cuticle from a processed perm. Yeah, give her a cocktail. Give her a cocktail to start getting it, strengthened back, and they may not even need a full treatment. Curly hair. So I always say silk out your city because that's how clients look for people in their city. So I hashtag silk out LA, even though I'm in Torrance, I'm like 10 miles out. Silk out LA, silk out, Chicago, silk out Houston, silk out. That's how people are going to find you by your cities. And even tag your city. People, you don't know who's else doing business in your city who may see your post all the time. I got a new client this way. I was just hashtagging my city, Torrance, and there was other business owners. They look at other businesses and they see you so much that when someone needs their hair done, they think about, oh, I know this place, that I follow them on Instagram, and you will come to their mind. And just recently added, we're working on the salon locator, you guys. It's up, but it needs some tweaks, and we're trying to get it all tweaked out by the end of the month. So we're going to start promoting the salon locator. And so the salon locator is for people that are certified using the product. Some people are certified and not using the product. We get that. You just wanted the education. You haven't made a choice to use the product yet. But we track our sales. We can run a report on who has bought product that is using the product consistently. And right now we have the benchmark set at $150. So anyone who spent $150, we will put you on the salon locator. And what we plan to do is refresh it every quarter. So because this is some work, I got to tweak. I need to, eventually I'll have an assistant, but some cities are correct. Some of you guys, I have your home address, and for shipping. So you need to give me your salon address so I can put your salon address on your, on the salon locator. So if you want to check out the salon locator, go to the consumer page at silkoutsystem.com and click salon locator. And if you haven't made a purchase yet, then you're not on there. If you've made a substantial purchase of $150 a month, which is a small order, then you should be on there. If you don't see yourself on there and you maybe purchase at a class or a show, just inbox me on social media or what have you so I can get you on there, because people are requesting. And to help you guys move the service, we're gonna start a campaign in November to promote the salon locator so people can look for a SilkOut Pro in their area. So that's something new that we're doing. Any other questions? I'm going to get into this money. So congratulations, you're certified. And how to get your certificate, I'm going to type this in the group because so many people forget. Send me your, to the SilkOut bar at Gmail. This is the email that you're going to send. Oh shoot, typed it wrong. The SilkOut bar at gmail.com. You're going to send your name and address where you want me to send this to, okay? And what name you want me to put on your certificate. And in the message puts certification.
Say what? Well, why did you just call it almost 11 o'clock?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm going to Cindy. Okay. All right, you guys. Okay, so we're back. Sometimes it's internet, we get thrown out. So the last part of this webinar, I was showing you guys really briefly. That's the certificate. It'll come in the mail. Send your information to the SilkOut bar at Gmail so we know where to send it to. And I promise I won't hold you any longer. I know it's getting late. but it's just a lot of good information. So how do we make money, you guys? We didn't just make products for you guys to buy products. We made products for you guys to go back and empower yourselves in the salon and take your business to the next level. Like, I felt like we needed something to set us apart from the average stylist. I don't consider people that do SilkOuts or that is part of our company or that partner with us or a SilkOut Pro. I don't think they're the average stylist. I think they're the stylists that are, hey Cindy, you can type in the chat bar your message and I can read it. But I think we're just a cut above. We're stylists who want to offer the top services. It's a system and we want to give our clients the best. And it's not for everyone. Every customer is not going to be willing to invest into their hair. Every stylist is not going to want to invest into products. So those are not our ideal stylists or our clients. But for stylists who are like, you know what, I want to, maximize on my skill set, maximize on my 10, 15, 20 years in the industry and take my business to the next level. So what does that look like, in terms of money? So the average service, you guys, SilkOut treatments, taming treatments they should start at $250. They should not be under $200. The shelf life of the product is about 2 years, but you should not be sitting on taming treatment. If you're putting it out there, you should not be sitting on taming treatment for 2 years, but the shelf life is 2 years. The average service starts at $250 for the base service. That's my ounce. So that's why I say the 4-ounce kit is normally $100. You get 2 to 3 applications, maybe 4 if you have some very average heads, and you should be making $500 to $750 to $1,000 off of a 4-ounce kit if you're charging properly. This is not the treatment that you're going to be doing for $99. If you think you're going to, I'm going to do all the clients for $99, you're going to be so tired and it's not going to add up, and it's just not going to add up. And I'm going to tell you, when the Brazilian keratin treatments first came out, and there were so many people selling Groupons for $99, $100 for Brazilian blowouts, and they were losing. It is impossible. The application cost per service is about $25 to $30. So if you're doing a treatment for $100, you're losing. You are losing. You are wasting your time. And so if you feel like you can't sell $250 services, $300, $400 services, this might not be the product for you, because the results sell the service. When you show clients the results, and that may be start them out with a cocktail. So if you have a 4-ounce kit and you're only doing cocktails, and cocktails, I recommend start at $50. It's a premium conditioner that will last them 10 to 12 weeks. So if you sold 4 in a 4-ounce kit, you can get how many cocktails out of there? Because you're not even using an ounce of product. So you could almost do 10 cocktails at $50 a piece on top of your on top of your SilkOut, your silk press service. So if you're adding $50 to your silk press service, that takes you up to roughly $100. If your silk press is $50 and you're charging $50 for the cocktail, that's $100. If you can get 8 out of a 4-ounce kit, that's $800. So whether you're doing cocktails or whether you're doing treatments, you can get at minimum $500 up to $800 out of a 4-ounce application. An 8-ounce kit, which is $150. You can get 4 to 6 applications. You should be making $1,000 to $1,500 off of those applications. And that's not including the cocktails that you can squeeze out of there as well. These are just ballpark numbers based on average figures. My average treatment is $300 up to $400. The most I've ever charged someone is $400. I use 3 ounces of treatment on her hair. So after I use an ounce and a half of treatment, if they need another half an ounce, once I hit 2 ounces, I'm adding $50. So if I start off with an ounce and a half, once I reach 2 ounces, it's $300. If I need another ounce, it's $350. If I need another ounce, it's $400. Because not only do I need more ounces, I need more time. That means I'm dealing with a lot of hair. So that's how I suggest that you price your service. In some instances, I've done someone with very they had a taper on the sides, and they had virgin hair in the top, a, longer than mine, maybe thicker. And so their treatment was $200. Okay, but I was only doing top portion of hair, but it was longer, so it still took time. Um, I've had one client with very, very fine hair, and she doesn't want to relax her texturizer because it wipes her hair completely out. And she has about 3 inches, but it's not thick at all. I think the lowest I did her treatment was for 150, but that was because I barely used a half an ounce of product on her hair, and I did it in like an hour and a half. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I combed it through. It was a real light application. It didn't take that much product. But on the average head, you're talking an ounce and a half of product, ounce to ounce and a half of product. And when you start getting into 2, that's how you build your ticket. And so then we have our Pro Pack, which consists of a 16-ounce kit, a 4-ounce maintenance kit, and a SilkOut back bar kit, plus the Revive, which is not on here. And then the holiday promo items, which is a dozen of the SilkOut, 2-ounce SilkOut trios, and a dozen of the, what do you call those things? The Glow. So those will be putting that order in by the end of this week. So if you ordered this kit or you ordered them separately, that order will be going in. We will fill those orders first. And if we have any left over, then we'll let you guys know there'll be some available for sale once they get here. But even this kit, somebody may think, oh, $500 is a big investment into, my business. Well, back bar kit. The back bar kit is the 32-ounce SilkOut trio, which is the balance wash and conditioner, and 8 ounces of the serum, the SilkOut serum. That's the back bar maintenance. So what does that look like? What is a kit that's $500 worth to you? Well, one, you're going to have 16-ounce kit. That's the 16-ounce taming treatment, 16-ounce mask, 32-ounce clarity, 8 ounces of SilkOut serum, and your silkening oil. In treatments alone, that's about $3,000 to $4,000 just in treatments alone. So that's a little over 10% in product costs. But you also get to retail. You get those 4 maintenance kits, which retail, if you retail it for $65 a piece, you're only paying $100 for them. That's $260. If you have the SilkOut trio, 32 ounce, let's say you're getting 32 SilkOuts or silk presses for $60. That's another $1,800 in value, plus the holiday promo items. And you're getting this gifted to you, $160. You're able to either give them away as gifts or sell them. They make great, stocking stuffers if clients are looking for something to put, give as small gifts from the beauty salon. So you can use those how you want to. So that's revenue right there from $5,000 to $6,000. That's only 10% of that profit margin for you to make money. So you always have to do the math. You just can't be throwing this product on people's hair, you guys. And I know everybody has 1 or 2 clients that may try to negotiate or, oh, that's so expensive. It's an investment. It's an investment into your hair care. Are you investing in your hair? Everybody wants to get protective styling, but this is protective maintenance. This is protective hair care. This is ensuring that you're keeping the hair strong and healthy. So it's kind of like, I compare it to hair insurance. People pay for car insurance every month, so in case they have an accident. Well, when clients are investing monthly, bi-weekly into their hair, you can guarantee them results. You can guarantee them healthy hair. Explain the promo kit again. You make them an intro price. If you want to do an intro price for a first time, I don't knock that. I've done it because it gives them a chance to try it out and see the results. Once you sell the results, they are going to be telling everybody. about it, and you can give them, you know, a referral reward for, you know, going back sharing their beautiful hair. So the pro pack, is that what you asked me? The pro pack or the holiday? The holiday promos, we are placing a huge order for with the order at least 500 pieces of each. So it's two different items, and you can go on the website and see them. One is a dozen of the SilkOut Balanced Washing Conditioner and Serum. They're in 2 ounces, so it's like getting the back bar or the retail maintenance kit. Instead of an 8 ounce, it's a 2 ounce. So they're like little bottles that the company will put together for me. And so it's 12 sets of those. So those would be great things to push the treatment. If you don't want to discount the treatment, you know, you could say, well, here, you'll get this free, or the next 10 people, 12 people to book a service at $300, you get to take home this something you paid $10 for, or if you got this kit, you got it for free. You're able to gift that as a bonus item, so that they'll get the treatment. And then the second item, and if you don't buy this kit, the holiday promo, the dozen of shampoos and conditioners is $100, and for $60 is the glows, the 2 ounce glows. So those are great giveaways, or you can sell them as stocking stuffers if clients want, or travels. You can call them travel sizes for clients that are on the go and want to have some shampoo when they travel. So how you use it is up to you, but the value that you would have purchased at is at $160, but the value if you sell it is at $320. So what does that look like to have a client to be investing into that? Okay, to be investing into that. So SilkOut is a system. That's why we call it the SilkOut system. If you have, if your clients are coming in doing every 6 months, they're doing, you know, they're like a bi-weekly client. They're spending at least $60 with you. That creates $360 worth of revenue for you. Now, by simply adding on in that 12-month period, or 12-week period, or quarter, I should say, if they're getting about 2 cocktails or maybe 1 treatment, that's adding $400 to that client just in a 12-week period. So in 12 weeks, you have a client spending about $800 with you. Anywhere from 12 to 15 weeks, they're spending about $800 with you. That's $3,200 a year if they are a bi-weekly client. Okay, so how many bi-weekly clients do you need to have to, you know, earn $100,000 a year? Let me see, is that on this slide or this next slide? How many, you know, bi-weekly clients, you know, if you turn them into a yearly client, if you add that up, that's $3,200 a year. How many clients do you need to have visiting you to, you know, become $100,000 a year, you know, stylist? You know, I did the math on that earlier. I thought I put it on this slide, but let me just go over it really quickly. So 100K divided by, need to add it to the slide, divided by 1 client spending $3,200 with you a year is just 31 clients. So, and that's bi-weekly. So that's basically doing about 15 clients a week that you have on program. They're getting SilkOuts, they're getting cocktails, they're getting treatments. Now, this is not the majority of your business. Not all of my clients have treatments, but my goal is to always upsell them to cocktail or treatment. I still have my bread and butter, regular SilkOuts, and then I have my clients that are on this regimen. And so if you just need 31 clients to make $100,000 a year doing the SilkOut system on a bi-weekly basis, you know, whether that's 30 clients in 1 week or 15 clients every opposite week that you have in rotation. Okay, so but what if you took that to weekly? If they were not bi-weekly clients, they were coming in weekly. So that would add more SilkOut money, which would take them to about $4,200 a quarter. I'm sorry, about $4,200 a year. You know, that's $250,000 a year. If you had 58 clients coming a year, you know, to actually see you. Now they may be bi-weekly, you know, that's 30 clients a week. Now that's some heavy business, but you see the earning potential. You know, if you were doing 30 clients a week, that's about six to seven clients a day, whether you're working 5 days a week or 4 days a week. Somebody has a message. Do you use any other products or just? I only use this line, except I don't have a relaxer. I don't have a relaxer, so we don't have our own relaxer and we don't have our own color right now. So that's it. That's all I use at the back bar is everything you see. That is all I use at the in the salon. Do you use any other products? Yeah. So that's all I use. And I don't have a lot of relaxer clients. I have a few, but most of my clients, like I said, California's on a big relaxer. I don't do a lot of short hair. Most of my clients have long, thick, gigantuous amounts of hair. So you see the earning potential. You could easily be a strong 250,000 a year stylist. You know, you could easily be 100,000 a year stylist. You know, with 30 clients, you know, a year, or seeing 60. You know, that's the big difference. And that's our goal, is to re-empower, bring wealth back to the salons, not just product companies. Because a lot of product companies, you know, this is a $1 billion industry, but the money is not in the chair. The money is not in the salons like it needs to be, you guys. And that's because everything has been product driven, and it's been based on, you know, do it yourself, do it at home, buy this product. And clients, they'll admit they're inundated with products that they don't use. You know, they're trying to get the look. They don't want to be in the salon. They're tired of being in the salon. Everybody kind of divorced their stylists over the last like 10 years, and the industry, the market changed for a lot of people. But I think this product is, especially the treatment itself, is very innovative, and it's really sparked some interest. Like I have gotten, I get a lot of new client requests, and it's from the treatment, and just people wanting healthy hair, people saying, you know what, I am done with this. And I'm not knocking extensions, because like I said, we have stylists that are using the cocktail on their clients' extension hair, and it's bringing it back to life. So they're incorporating hair care into their extension services, saying, hey, okay, when you take this weave out, we need to give you a cocktail. And if you want to revive these treatments or these extensions, putting a cocktail, selling a cocktail service on the extensions as well, or the wigs. So because people, they invest so much money into that hair, they want to keep that hair for as long as possible. So I feel like this product, I've designed this product, and as I move forward, is to put the power back into the hands of the stylist and the salon owner, and bring clients back. You know, I get requests all the time. Customers want this product. Well, if it's all natural or botanical based, why can't I use it? Because you can. Because you just don't know the science. You don't have a license. You don't have experience. You don't understand texture. You don't understand. So, you know, water is neutral, but if you don't know how to swim, you'll drown. So, and that's how I explained it to them. So our goal is not to sell a bunch of product fast, because if we sold it to consumers, we would have sold out by now. And because I'm a stylist, I understand the plight of a stylist and what we need in our salons to keep our industry strong. And so that it sets us apart from somebody using, I'm not going to say the name of a product, starts with an E. Well, if your stylist, your customer can buy the same product that a stylist can, or your customer can buy the same product that a stylist can buy, what makes you different? What sets us apart from the stylist or the consumer that can walk in the store and buy the same treatments that, you know, we can buy? You know, so you know, they try to water down our market. So our goal is my goal is to uplift and create new standards in the industry, or take us back to those levels of standards of offering care with products and services that are premium, that really empower us and, you know, change our industry. So, you know, stylists are earning top dollar, as they should, in this industry. Right, Cindy? So are there any other questions? Where do I get my information? Texas has like no humidity tomorrow. Yeah, it's very, very, LA is hot too. It's like 100, it's supposed to be 104 tomorrow. I wonder what that reversion is on the SilkOut. Has any, we have a few stylists in Texas using the product, and they love it. They are loving it. I did a class in Houston. I did a pop-up class in Houston. my clients ask me why I don't use it, and that my answer was why I don't use it, and that my answer was because they can get it. Calandria, I'm not sure what you're saying. Yeah, I have some people in Texas, in Houston, that are using the product. Where do I go to give out my information? Oh, just email me, the SilkOut bar. I think that's when we got disconnected at oh, shoot, at gmail.com. Oh, I keep spelling it wrong. Yeah, the SilkOut bar at gmail.com. Oh, the e-product. Calandria. Yeah, right. So why should you use a product that they can get to? No, you can put your license in, Adrian, on the website, silkoutpro.com. That's where you want to register, SilkOut Pro. But people ask me, how does my product compare to those products? I've seen them, but I ain't done the research on them, so I don't know what they do. I'm not really concerned with what those products do, because I'm not going to have those type of conversations with people that are not qualified to talk to me about professional, type products. So when clients are trying to tell me, like, I had one client, I haven't seen her in over a year. Her daughter's hair is her daughter. Hair is very heat damaged. And I thought they were not doing anything to their hair. And they said, no, they've been using that product. And I was like, oh, and it was in very, very dry, bad condition. So she wanted to discuss that product with me. I told her, I don't know nothing about that product, but you're about to get this silk out today. And of course, they absolutely love the product on her hair, because her hair was not in great condition. So yeah, send the license. When you register on the SilkOut Pro site, that's where you'll input your license and you have to upload a picture of it. So I don't even, I see stuff comes across my Instagram page, because I get the ads too, and I see the videos, but I know they ain't this. They ain't this baby right here. they not dropping this right here. And it's just, people see the results and they're like, what is that? Where is that shine? It's a visible difference. And when you get to touch it, very low cuts, can I tame their hair? Yeah, as long as you can get a flat iron to smooth it, you can tame it, Cindy. As long as you can get a flat iron to smooth it. Now, one time my hair was very short, too short for a flat iron, and I wanted to soften it. It was so hard and dry. I put the treatment in, and I actually blow dried it in on high heat with an all-purpose comb, and just smoothed it through my hair with a real, real hot blow dryer. And then I rinsed it out and put some mask on it. And I couldn't flat iron it, it was too short. I rinsed it out and put some mask on it, and it was very, very soft for about 8 weeks. It was very, very soft. So I do have one stylist who does natural hair, and she has a few clients that don't want flat irons in their hair. She just blow dries it in with high heat. And or she does she processes it, does the mask, she blow dries it on high heat, gets it really straight. She trims their ends, and then she rinses them out and puts their curly product in. It doesn't last as long because she's not sealing it with the heat, but it definitely makes it a lot softer, but it doesn't last as long. So it's so many things you can do. And you guys, if share, feel free to share any techniques that you do, because we're still in the early stages. So people are, I know I said I don't use heat, but I have some reputable stylists that, said, hey, I had to put somebody under the dryer for 5 or 10 minutes because I wanted to make sure it got deeper penetration, because her cuticle, her hair was such in bad shape. So, and so I tested it one day because somebody took off their wig, and I was like, oh my God, I don't even know what's going to go down with this person. So, so we're just sharing techniques. That's what the SilkOut Live. Here, I'm going to another website. SilkOut Live. Hey, Tamika, we're finishing up, but I promise I recorded this one. Go to silkoutlive.com. That'll put you in the group. And so that's where we share. Everybody shares their before and afters, questions. I do lives in there. I do lives in there and we share techniques. Can the pressing combs be used on those clients that have shorter hair instead of a flat iron? I always don't recommend pressing combs, but if you must, and I know a few stylists who do use them, please monitor your heat. Um, just please monitor your heat because it needs to be less than 450. So please monitor your heat and make sure you use the mask because the pressing combs is a very dry heat. It's not, it takes moisture out of the hair. But I do know a few stylists that use the pressing combs with their treatment. I wish they wouldn't, but they just do. So that um, if it has really, really short hair and you need to smooth through it, just use a low heat if possible. All right, any more questions? We are done. I hope you guys got some valuable information. Thank you, Marie. Marie, you're in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, I want to do some classes next year. I want to do some, I want to do the premiere show in Orlando next year. Um, Thanks, Adrienne. Thank you, guys. So, yeah, if anybody is really, really serious about hosting a class in their salon, how do we add info? You submit it. If it's not on the site, Tamika, did you check the site? Yeah, we'll be at Bonner Brothers in February. We've already signed for that. We got our class. And then the next goal after Bonner Brothers is Premiere. I really, really feel like we need to be there. And I love Florida. So, Tamika, see if you're on there and then make sure your information is correct. You didn't see any information? I'll check. Yeah, check on your laptop. Because I've just been uploading stuff today. Excuse me, I'm on burping. Today, but some of it was some of it is if you only gave it's the shipping information that you give me. So if it's your home address, it may be your home address. And so check so I can update it. But yeah, check it out. It has some tweaks in it. I'm still learning how to use the software, but I'm committed. Like tomorrow, actually tonight, I'll be up in bed working on it some more, and I plan to have that all finished by the end of the month, which is a week from now, so I can start promoting. I want to start promoting. Go find the SilkOut Pro near you. And these are people that have product that have taken the class, and I know they've purchased product, and that's why we run reports. And I know there's a lot of people that are like local to me that like to shop offline, and this is why I try to get them to shop online because this is how I track everything. So I'm going to, when I end this presentation, Adrienne, I'm going to cross my fingers that it recorded properly, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube as a unlisted video, meaning that if somebody just went to my YouTube channel, they can't find it. But if I share it in the group, you guys can see it. So I can share it to someone, they can see it, but it won't be something that the general public can Google or just search. It won't pop up. So it'll only be shared. The only way someone non-professional will see it is if someone shared it with them. So that's what an unlisted video is on YouTube, meaning that it can only be found. It can only be found if it's shared. So, and I usually, I'm going to pin it to the SilkOut Pro group. I'll pin it to the top because I don't think I'll have time to do another webinar before Christmas, before the new year. I got a few classes and I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be in the salon because I need to work really hard to get some things done with the products. And yeah, where in New York are you, Marie? Queens, okay. Okay. Anyone in the Harlem area? I am not from, actually, let me back that up. I'm from, okay, you guys, I was born in New York, but I only lived there for a small time in Geneva, upper state New York. And that's about as much. I've never been to the city. Okay, because I have a family member that wants the treatment, and I'm not sending her the treatment. I'm trying to send her to somebody to get her hair done. And she's very natural, and she really needs the treatment. So I'll reach out to you, Tamika. So that's it. I'm going to end this webinar. Thank you guys for getting on, and go join the group so you can see the replay. I'll email it out too. So you guys registered, I have your email. I'll email it out so you can see it. But thank you guys for getting on. And stay tuned. I'm going to be posting, we're going to run a little promo on some product because you guys need to get stocked up for the holidays. Do not wait till the week of Thanksgiving talking about I need some treatment. I'm going to be real candid. I just placed a new order of treatment last week. She told me 4 to 6 weeks. I have like about 5 gallons of treatment left, and I'm praying that we last and we don't have a gap. So that's why I'm only selling 16 ounces in the Pro Kit. And then the rest will be, I have a bunch of 4-ounce kits and a nice amount of 8-ounce kits, but I had to slow it down a little bit. So we have to slow down to 16 ounces a bit so we can stretch it out today, because they always tell me a certain time and it's never that time. So I'm like, okay, 4 weeks, let's see how this goes. So please don't wait to the last minute to get product. I had a situation this past week. Somebody ordered product right before they needed it, and I don't trust UPS, none of them, FedEx, none of them, because they say 2 days and it ends up being 3 or 4 days. So those who are prepared are the ones that's going to win. All the products should be back in stock in the next week and a half, and I will let you guys know. I'll drop emails and I'll drop in the group. Right now, whip should be here this week in the next day or two. The spray, we have Slay, we have Glow, Irons Tamika. I'm writing them as we speak. They told me this Monday, and now they're saying next Monday. And I'm like, look, I am so done with you guys. I don't even know if I want y'all to make the final iron because I'm just done with them right now. So as soon as the irons are here, they'll be going out. They'll be going out. And yeah, that's a whole nother long story. But so what's in order right now is the hairspray, replenish, some more Slay, some more Glow, and so we got some new stuff coming out. But let's just get through. There are no Slay samples, Tamika. I wish it was, but there are no Slay samples. I made a few. That was a little bit of work. I had made a few. I may do that again. The irons are on Melvina right now. We just have a few of the 1 1/4 inch irons that we are not going to sell anymore anytime soon. They work really nice, but everyone likes the 1-inch iron. It's just more, it just fits perfect in the hand, and it's just, I don't know, it just feels real good. So I'm not putting those irons on the site until the box is at my door. So as soon as those come on site, I will post those. We have about 5 of the 1 1/4 inch, which is a little bit bigger than a 1-inch, and they're on clearance for $50, so they're on the site. But I might do some of those samples. I did some for a contest once, Tamika, and that's an option. I may think about doing. I could make a few of them. I just kind of bought some little small, tiny containers, and I scooped them out. And there's probably enough for 2 or 3 use, just for people to try it. That's a good idea. I may bring that back if you guys are interested in buying, something like that. Yeah, if you guys are interested in I'll see what the cost is. It may be something where you guys can get 20 of them for $5 or something like that. Let me do the math and see how much it costs to break that down for each one. Because that it's the holiday season, so that's a great intro. It's a great gift to give to clients. Yeah, we're working on info. Yeah, I'm working on the info stuff. That's what I need to buckle down and work on before Thanksgiving comes and I get busy in the salon. So that is my goal, to work on some items like that before the holiday. Are you driving, Cindy? You like you got on a seatbelt. It's midnight over there where you at. But yeah, slow down the aging of hair. Yes, it does. It does slow down the aging of hair. It rebuilds it that's what the alpha hydroxide acid and the side oil does. It really refreshes the hair and makes it new again. It really does. That's why it works great on extensions, on like human hair, like virgin, whether it's processed or not. You know, that good quality hair that everyone uses, it works good. Actually, even on some like garbage hair, that where the cuticle is not in control and is really crap. I've had someone do a cocktail on that, and it really brought that hair back to life. It looked like it was fresh out the pack. So if that's it, I'm going to go and process this video. I got to process it, and then um, yeah, it's really nice. It's you guys. When I say I thank God for this product, and sometimes I can't believe that it's my product because I'd be like, I looked high and low. I tried to partner with so many companies, and they were all like, no, no, we don't want to work with you. And I was like, okay, Lord, help me find what I'm looking for, and He did. So I'm very grateful. Does a clarify shampoo cleanse the scalp? Oh yes, it does. And then we have another. Um, we're really trying hard to launch our HydroSoothe line, packaged for Thanksgiving. Um, yeah, we're really trying hard. Even if we just do maybe we may do sample promo style, and that may be a bonus that that can come with another product. But yeah, the Clarify does clean the scalp and the hair really good, and it's only a pH of 8 or 8.8 to 8.5, so it doesn't dry the hair out. It makes it clean, but the hair is not dry and parched. Stylists in San Antonio that use the product, Mika. Not that I know off the top of my head. I do, as I was inputting stylists today, I was looking at, I think I saw San Antonio on there. There's quite a few people in Texas, actually. Quite a few people in Texas. Texas, Florida, North Carolina, and New York that are using the product. So yeah, that stylist locator, we're going to get that together before the 31st, so that we're going to do our own promos to drive people there to find a stylist near them. So don't be surprised when your phone starts ringing for treatments, because they're ready. They are ready. They just don't know where to get them from. Have you considered adding scalp exfoliate? I do scalp treatments. That's what our HydroSoothe line is. So we have some people, we have our products that we've packaged ourselves, the shampoo and conditioner. So our HydroSoothe is a very moisturizing tea tree line. It's not really scalp exfoliation, but it really soothes and hydrates and moisturizes the scalp. It cools the scalp off. It minimizes the itching and things like that. As well as we'll have 2 more products that'll come with it. That's a calming oil. Yes, it's a tea tree calming oil that you can retail. It's gonna be this gonna be a hot product, and it actually has all new packaging. It's a SilkOut product, but we want to make sure men buy it. So because SilkOut looks feminine a little bit, so we want men to feel comfortable, buying it. So it has a calming oil and a calming balm. And so that's 4 products, and we're working hard to get that done by Thanksgiving, if not the week after or so. So you can definitely incorporate that, you guys, into your system. So I actually use this product at the back bar now. So intermittently, for my clients that have scalp challenges, I use the HydroSoothe shampoo on their hair. But you'll hear more about that soon. And we're working on product information, to help you guys explain it to your client. If it's nothing but a postcard, I haven't done Barbara Find a Great. Oh yes, this is going to be a hit with barbers. It's going to be such a hit. With barbers. And if you have a male clientele, they can shampoo, they can shave with the conditioner, they can shave with it. It's so cool. That's gonna be such a hit. That's why I had to put it under its own name, because like I said, SilkOut, the branding looks a little feminine, a little bit. So I want men to feel comfortable when they pick up the bottle, or if you're trying to retail it to them, it doesn't look like some girly stuff. Um, and that that calming oil is going to be great for itchy spots. It's great on the skin. I use it. I have eczema. Um, and I sometimes when I have flare ups, like right now I have a flare up, my hands are kind of dark right here. So when I wash my hands, instead of drying my hands, because I have the product now, all the samples, and I take the calming oil, especially when I have a flare up at night, and that's when I can like start scratching really bad. I take the calming oil and put it on my and dry my hands and just pack the oil into my hands, and it stops the itching. It calms it down, so I don't scratch my skin off. Um, right, and then of course this whole beard industry thing right now, this grooming thing is like it makes me want to get my crossover, get my barber's license because I'm like they is getting tickets over there doing the whole grooming. Oh, you know you can do taming treatments on beards, you guys. You can do taming treatments on beards. They're doing keratin treatments, Brazilians on beards. You can do um, taming treatments on cocktails on beards to soften it up and make it just not so wiry and be smooth. And then you can combo the once the Hydra Soothe line comes out, that calming balm. It's a great. It's almost like an edge control, but it has tea tree in it as well. So you can actually spot treat if someone has dry. Like the other night, I'm so sensitive. I had just colored my hair, and the back of my head was on fire. So I grabbed some of the calming balm and rubbed it in back there, and it shut that fire down. So oh, yeah, but the product, as much as I want to, I got to stick with the product. That's where I want to transition, but I love what's going on in the barber community. Um, Men have just stepped their business game way, way up. Yep, taming on the beards. I've seen the keratins done on the beards, and you know the taming treatment is a natural skin exfoliant, the alpha hydroxide acid. So um, it's yeah, you can tame the beards. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me a model. That's a good. I gotta work on. Let me write that down. I got to get me a taming beard model. Yes, we got to work on that. I'm gonna work on that, Tamika. Taming beard model, because them men is about them beards, and they are ready to drop them coins. They were ready to drop them coins on them beards. Come on in there and get that beard tamed. Yes. Yes. So I'm gonna work on that one too. See, I got work to do. This is why I can't be in the salon because I have to do research and I do everything right now. The marketing, I gotta come up with the materials for you guys to give to your clients. So with that said, you guys, I'm gonna wrap it up so I can process this video and get the replay out as soon as possible. I love hanging out with you guys because I just love talking about healthy hair and making money doing healthy hair. So you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you guys really, really soon. Take care. Bye bye. In